Solving for the y-intercept. Okay, first of all, you have to understand that this is the x value and this is the y value. Okay, and we are going to substitute these in for the x and in for the y. Then we're going to solve for b. Okay, so here's the process. Y is 8, if you look over there, that's 8 equals a negative 3/4 times my x value. My x value is a negative 9 plus b. Okay, I need to multiply this out. So I have 8 is equal to 27/4. Do it on a calculator. On a calculator, it will probably give you 8 3/4 because 4 goes into 27, 8 3/4. Okay, so we get 8 is equal to 27/4 plus b. I want b by itself, so how do I undo this? I undo that by subtracting 27/4. Over here, I'm going to subtract 27/4. So my answer will be 8 minus 27/4. That will equal b. So 32/4 minus 27/4, 8 is equal to 32/4. Subtract the 27/4, and I get 5/4. So the answer is b is equal to 5/4. Again, quick review. I substituted my negative 9 in for x. I substituted my positive 8 in for y, and then I solved for b. Let's try another same type of problem. Some people have seen me work it out this way, where I go like this, where the y is the first value, or the y is here, which is 5, and then it's 7/8 times x, and x is 3. So I get 5 is equal to 21/8 plus b. I then go 5 minus 21/8 equals b. So I have 5 is the same as 40/8, because that gives you 5, minus 21/8. That will equal 19/8. That's equal to b. So you get an answer of 19/8. Now, this part here, that answer to there, if you do it on a calculator, you might get 2 and something, whatever, it doesn't matter. Do it on a calculator. Do this on a calculator. Okay, if you do it on your of course, I'm doing it all in my head and on paper, but you can do it on a calculator. You'll still get 19/8. You'll get it as 2, which is 16, and 3/8 as your final answer on a calculator. But either way, same answer. Alrighty, let's try another one. Substituting our values. Y is a negative 7. That is equal to a negative 15/11 times x. X is 1 plus b. First step, substitute my x and y values. Second step, I am going to simplify what is on the side of my letter. That is this right here, which means I'm going to multiply. Negative 7 is equal to a negative 15/11 plus b. I then, how do I get rid of a minus 5/11? I'm going to add, 15. I'm going to add 15/11. Add 15/11 to both sides. So what I'll have then is a negative 7 plus 15/11 equals b. Again, I'm doing this in my head, so I have a negative 77 elevenths plus 15 elevenths. That equals B. 77 and 15, the difference is 62, so that's a negative 62 elevenths. If you did it on a calculator, you'd have a mixed number, and hopefully that is correct. Hopefully I didn't make a mistake. All right, next problem. Same setup, okay? We are going to substitute the y value in for y, that is 8. And that is equal to 14 thirteenths times 8 plus b. So 8 is equal to, multiply this out, 8 times 4 is 32, so I get 112 over 13 plus b. I then, how do I get rid of my 112 over 13? I have to subtract it. So I'm going to, over here I'll write it, I have to do 8 minus 112 over 13, and that's going to equal B. Did I already do 8? Nope, 8 times 4. 13 times 8, so 8 times 3 is 24, so that's 104. This will be 104 over 13 minus 112 over 13. That is a difference of 8, and it's negative, so I get a negative 8 over 13 for my answer. Substitute the values and then solve for B. Here, y is a negative 10. Negative 10 is equal to 2 times x, which is a negative 7, plus b. So negative 10 is equal to a negative 14 plus b. How do I get rid of a minus 14? I add 14. Add 14. When I do that, I get 4 is equal to b. And that is your answer. B will equal 4. Here, substituting again, negative 5 is equal to 5 thirds times x. X is 10. And then add b. So I get a negative 5 is equal to 50 over 3 plus b. How do I get rid of the 50 plus b, or 50 thirds? I have to subtract the 50 thirds. So I'm going to have a negative 15 thirds. That's what this is equal to. A negative 5 is a negative 15 thirds. And I'm subtracting my 50 thirds. That equals b. Negative 15 minus 50 is a negative 65 thirds. That can be put into a mixed number, but it cannot be lower terms. All right, next problem. That is it. Good luck.